Today's topic might seem like a complicated one, but it's actually an issue that many people face. Separation without divorce. In India, the legal landscape is unique, especially when it comes to personal and family matters. Many people find themselves in unhappy marriages but don't want to go through the legal process of divorce. This video will guide you on how to navigate a separation from your spouse without divorce, what options exist, and what rights you have. What does separation without divorce mean? When we say leaving your wife without divorce, we are not just talking about moving out. It means living separately, maintaining your legal rights, and still being legally married. In India, there is no official legal status for separation without divorce. But there are ways to structure your life legally, even if you're apart. Let's explore what the law says about it. Here's a summary of the key points that we are going to discuss. First, judicial separation. Judicial separation is an official order allowing couples to live separately without ending the marriage. 2. Mutual agreement for living separately. Spouses can agree mutually to live separately without a formal order. 3. Maintenance and financial independence. Understand your financial obligations, including maintenance and other support you may need to provide. 4. Social and family impact. Think through how the separation might affect family, friends, and social relationships. 5. Legal rights and obligations. Even if you are not divorcing, certain rights and responsibilities remain in force. Let's go deeper into each of these, including what each option means, recent judgments, and tips on ensuring your rights are respected. Judicial separation is a legal provision that allows married couples to live apart without divorcing. It's covered under Section 10 of the Hindu Marriage Act of 1955. Judicial separation is different from divorce. It doesn't terminate the marriage, rather it pauses certain obligations while keeping others in place. For example, you're no longer required to cohabit or perform marital duties. However, rights like inheritance remain intact. The grounds for judicial separation are similar to those for divorce: cruelty, adultery, and desertion. One well-known case on judicial separation is Jyoti versus Rakesh Kumar, where the court explained that judicial separation is an option for couples who need time apart but aren't ready for a divorce. Sometimes the simplest path is an informal agreement between spouses. This option is ideal if both parties agree to live apart without involving the courts. Mutual agreements for separation aren't legally binding, but they can be peaceful and practical solutions, especially if both parties respect each other's decision. Remember, though, that since this isn't a legal order, it may not protect you fully if disputes arise. In Suriksha Devi versus Om Prakash, the Supreme Court clarified that separation by mutual consent requires both spouses to agree voluntarily and cannot be enforced if one party changes their mind. Although this case primarily deals with mutual divorce, it sheds light on the importance of both parties' consent when deciding to live separately. Even without divorce, financial obligations may still apply. The courts can order one spouse to support the other financially, known as maintenance. Under Section 125 of the Code of Criminal Procedure, a husband can be ordered to pay maintenance if the wife is unable to support herself. If you're the primary earner, be aware that separation may not exempt you from providing support. On the flip side, if you're entitled to maintenance, you can still claim it even if you aren't filing for divorce. In Vimalben Ajit Bhai Patel versus Vatsalaben Ashok Bhai Patel, the Supreme Court upheld that maintenance can be granted even when couples are separated and not divorced. This case emphasizes that the obligation of maintenance remains regardless of whether the separation is formalized through divorce. Living separately from your spouse can have social and familial implications, especially in India's cultural context. A separation without divorce can sometimes lead to societal stigma, particularly in traditional families. Explaining the situation to family and friends can help ease misunderstanding. Take time to plan how to communicate your decisions to your family and manage your relationships with children, if any. Judges have noted in cases like Rani versus Satish that societal pressure can make separations without divorce more challenging. It's essential to weigh these factors carefully. Even if separated, some marital rights and obligations remain in force, which can affect property, inheritance, and other legal aspects. Living apart doesn't mean you're free from all responsibilities. For example, if either spouse passes away, the other may still inherit assets unless stated otherwise in a will. Also, property acquired during the marriage may still be subject to division if you're not divorced. Under Indian law, spouses continue to have rights to joint property until divorce legally severs the bond. If you feel your rights are being infringed upon during separation, you have legal avenues to seek protection and justice. First, seek legal advice. Always consult a lawyer to understand your rights and how to protect them. 2. File for maintenance. If you are entitled to support, file for maintenance. 3. Restrain orders. If you face harassment, consider a restraining order. In case Srinivas versus case Sunita, the Supreme Court acknowledged that even separated spouses can retain rights to seek protection and remedies if they experience harassment or threats. This case reinforces the idea that separated spouses can approach the court for relief even in the absence of divorce. Recently, there have been discussions in legal circles about formalizing separation without divorce in Indian law. The Law Commission is exploring ways to make judicial separation more accessible and comprehensive. There's also a growing advocacy for reforms that simplify the separation process without involving full divorce proceedings. Separation without divorce isn't easy, but it is possible and increasingly recognized in Indian law. It's essential to know your rights, options, and responsibilities to make informed decisions. Here's a recap of what we have discussed. First, judicial separation provides a legal way to separate without divorcing. 2. Mutual agreement, an informal but effective option for some couples. 3. Maintenance, financial support obligations may continue. 4. Social impact, be prepared for social and familial responses. 5. Legal rights, your rights to inheritance and joint property persist without divorce. If you found this information helpful, please like and subscribe for more insightful legal content. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below and we'll try to address them in future videos. Take care and bye.